Hi guys, and welcome to today's color and chat video. This chat video will be about the first weeks with our newborn son. I am now 6 weeks postpartum, so 6 weeks ago I gave birth. And today I will be telling you all about the first 6 weeks, how we are doing, what's going on right now in our lives. But first things first, let me put you in the spot. I will be coloring again from Serene today, just to keep my hands occupied while I'm talking your heads off. And I will be coloring some more greens using Lumis and some Prismacolors. So let me zoom you in. As you can see, this picture is huge. So I will need to bring you closer and change the camera settings. Okay, here we go. It's a Saturday morning here. I am on baby watch. I have the baby monitor next to me here. We have little Baba sleeping. So we might hear some baby noises and cries. So whenever the baby starts to cry, I will just stop the video and come back. So he may fuss a little bit or hear some weird noises. That's the baby. He is here with us today. It's Saturday 10 a.m. for us, and Marcel woke up around 6, and he really is my hero. He was with Marcel. That's what our baby is called. Just so if you know, if you haven't been around the channel and you watch it for the first time, so you know. And I woke up at around 5 because I was worried about the baby, or 4:30. I woke up around 4:30, and Marcy, we call him Marcy, did not poop yesterday. So I told Z to write me a message or something when the baby poops in the night. So I know, because we are taking shifts in the night. I'm going in with Pale Sage, and the baby's nursery is downstairs. And we have a big double bed in the nursery, so both of us can sleep there, or usually we put the baby in his baby nest, and I or Z, we sleep next to him, and the other one of us usually sleeps upstairs in the bedroom. I was upstairs yesterday, and I told him to write me a message because I was worried. So I woke up in the morning earlier than I should, and then I went downstairs, looked at the baby, and we kept on sleeping for another hour or so next to the baby. So that was really nice. And after that, at around 6, he started to fuss. Bless his heart. We are waiting for the poop to come. I'm sorry that I'm talking about this, but when you have a 6-week-old, all you talk about is burping, farting, things like that, what babies do. And you are happy when he or she burps. And we gave him breast milk. I give him, whenever I can, breast milk. He has it like 80%. It's 80% of his food, 80-90, and whenever I'm low in breast milk. Thank God, that's really rare. Or when I'm, sleeping at night and Z is with him, and it's good, to sleep for 4 or 5 hours in a row. I really need that. I don't know if you agree or disagree. If someone should solely breastfeed the baby, I find that if you're physically out of breast milk, you just can't do it. You have to give formula to the baby. So for me, sometimes it has to be, formula added, as I don't want the baby to be hungry, of course. Where was I going with that? I have no idea. Yeah. Oh yeah. So he gets mixed breastfeeding and formula, mainly breast milk, but we had to give him a little bit more formula yesterday, as I had to go to my doctor, to my 6 weeks checkup after birth, and so I wasn't at home for 3-4 hours, and yeah, he had to have some formula, and I think that mixing breast milk and formula in this proportion, that must be the reason that mixed up his little digestive system. Yeah, so now I'm praying mom life, but of course it will be okay, and I read and the doctor said it's okay if the baby poops every second day or every day once, but he used to do it more than once till now. So we are just waiting, if and if it doesn't change, I will call the doctor, of course. So I have that off my chest now. We can talk about funnier things. It's still freaking hot here in Hungary. It will be 33 degrees today, 36, 37 tomorrow. But now that I had my checkup and the doctor said that everything is all right, and I can, take a bath and swim in the pool, so I will definitely do that today. I will spend some time at the pool at my mom's, so I can't wait for that. We will go there in the afternoon. Z is working till 2 p.m. today, and we will see, how the baby is, and when he needs to be fed, and when he's fed and changed, and if we are ready to go, then we will go for a swim. Can't wait. Buff titanium. That's for what is going on right now. And so let's see from the beginning, when we came home from the hospital. 4 days after being in the hospital, we were released. And of course Z was the one picking us up, and I really did not enjoy the time at the hospital, and I was really looking forward to get away from there. And when he arrived, I was already crying because I was so relieved. And we put him in the car, we took some photographs. I remember how tiny he was back then, 4 days old little baby. And he slept through the drive. And we arrived home. Z cleaned the house. Everything was really nice and tidy. It was really nice to come home to a clean home. And I remember he slept for maybe 2 more hours in his stroller. Then my mom came over, and she admired him and saw him for the first time. You are not allowed to touch the baby. The family is not allowed to come close to the baby in the hospital. They can only see it from a window. So the baby is put out in the window like in a boutique, like in a shop, and they have like 3 minutes to admire the baby, and then he or she is taken away. And so that was the first time she saw him. Cobalt blue and could touch him. Cobalt green luminance. And the first few days were all about figuring out what to do, how to do it. I was still in pain because of the epi. I have to look up the name so I can say it properly. My gosh. Epiphysiotomy or something like that. I always forget. Episiotomy. Okay, episiotomy. Yeah. And we were very, and I'm still sometimes, insecure what to do and how to do it, but you get into it as the days pass. I remember the first night, we were packing out all the sterilizer and bottle warmer and the baby bottles. We were packing them out, and it was in the middle of the night. We went out. No, we did not went out. We just needed to warm up the breast milk. And we had no idea how that stupid warming bottle warmer worked. So I was like, you should have figured out how it works by the time we get home. I told you, why didn't you do that? And I was like, on the verge of crying. And it's not like it's end of the world, but the baby was crying his head off, and we had no idea how that stupid warmer worked, and it was, the instructions were not clearly given, so that was stressful. So please figure out how stuff works before the baby comes home. That's a good thing to do. Just turning the page. And thank goodness how, as the day passed, I have more and more breast milk to give to the little chipmunk. But there are stages when your milk, you feel like nothing is coming, and then your breasts get really hard and they hurt. And of course the first days hurt as hell. Your nipples aren't used to this kind of work. And my little baby is like a baby lion. Eats like a baby lion and sucks my nipples like crazy. It's very cute though. He makes very cute noises, but it's also very painful in the beginning. And I had no idea how to pump and how to massage my breasts. You all learn that as you go, and my mom helped me a lot. And unfortunately I got mastitis breast inflammation, like at the second week, in the second week in. Oh, that was really bad. I even got fever. So I called my doctor, I got some antibiotics, and my mom came over and helped me, with the massaging. Maybe that's too much information. If you don't want, to hear about that, you don't have to listen, or you can mute me as well, but that's pretty much my life now. My breast is out, outside all the time. I watch my breast all day. If not the baby, then I have to pump it. So if it's not on the baby, then I have to pump it. Yeah. And I remember the first day in the hospital when after birth they brought him to me. He was so tiny, I could hardly feel any weight when I lifted him. And now he is like more than 5 kilograms. He was 3,300 grams when he was born, and now he is 5.5 kilograms, and he's really heavy now. But the first day I did not even, felt any weight. And I remember they put him on my breast in the bed, and I did not dare to touch him too much, so I only touched him with my finger, and I was like, "Yeah, little baby." I will touch you like that so you don't break or something. Like a little kitten. They are so cute, and you just want to protect them from everything, really. And yeah, you're worried all the time. And they even make a little kitty-like noises, like, and they are so sensitive to everything, light. If you move them too quickly, this is chromium oxide green, by the way, sorry I forgot. You have to be very careful with them. And some of you asked me how our little sausage dog Tekla is taking this new situation. I have to tell you honestly, she is very upset, very jealous, so much that we have to take her to my mom. So mom is looking after her like now, because every time I touch the baby or I lift him, she starts to bark, and she becomes very upset, like she has red eyes. She gets red eyes from all the barking and being upset. So for now she's staying there, and we go there every now and then, and we show her the baby, but she behaves still the same. So it might take some time. I hope they will, learn to like each other, maybe when the baby is bigger. She will know what to do, or she will learn to not be jealous. But for now, that's the situation, unfortunately. Going back with pale sage. So if you have any tips or tricks how to help a family dog to accept a newborn in the family, or we gave her what is that? Oh my god, it's not coming to my mind. A blanket, a blanket with Marty's scent on it, and he burped on it and stuff like that, and we gave it to her, and what was the reaction? She hid under the bed. Bless her heart, she hid under the bed and started to cry. So it's funny though how dogs behave. She was alone with us for 5 years. She was, the baby, and now she has to accept the new situation. Yeah. Then we bathed him when we got home in the evening, the first day at home. We gave him a bath, and he was cry. He hates to be changed and to be, put on clothes on him. He hates that. And the vibe warmer we got for baby wipes, it's really great because that doesn't make him cry more. But we tried it, and he hates cold wet wipes, and the warm wipes, the wipe warmer gives him some comfort. So that's a really great thing to get for your baby, in my opinion. And the minute we put him in the water, nice warm water, he stopped to cry and started to look around. So he really enjoys taking a bath. And I remember when I was pregnant, and every time I took a shower, of course when the baby was bigger, around 30 weeks or so, every time I took a shower, or I was somewhere near the water, or you could hear the water dripping, the baby started to kick and do really quick movements. So I really believe that that was a sign of him enjoying the bath. Bath titanium again. Now to cobalt green. We took him for the first walk when he was 9 days old. The main reason was it was stinking hot till then, and he was still very tiny to go outside. So at 9 days old we went for our first walk, and that was so nice. When you're heavily pregnant, you can't really walk a lot. After 5-10 minutes you just have to pee, and it's really uncomfortable. So going for a walk for 20 minutes was like a holiday for me. And the neighbors were outside, so they got to take a look at him. And the minute you put him in the stroller and start to walk, he falls asleep. So that's our great secret weapon to use when he's really fussy. And my mom took him for a 3-hour walk the other day, and he slept through it. So that's awesome. And when why is this? It looks so dark. I looks dark to me, the image. Well, it's maybe my screen, something like that. So yeah, and the photographer came when he was 2 weeks old, and a lady came, and she was so nice. She has 2 children of her own, a boy and a girl, and she handled Marty so nicely. And you know, it was funny to see him all bundled up in those little baskets. It's funny how what's the word? How they can roll up into a little ball when they are so tiny, and they enjoy that, to be swaddled. Let me show you some pictures. And the funny thing about that was that being rolled up and swaddled up so much, he had to, you know, poop every 5 minutes. That was really funny. I even have it on video. But yeah, the women said that it's because of the position. It's making them, you know, to poop more. It was really funny though. Such a cutie. Look, see, swaddled up like that. A little knot, a little ball. Freaking cute. Look. Adorable. I'm dying, so cute. Yeah. He already lifts his head and he follows images. That's really cool. He has started to focus on pictures, especially contrasting black and white pictures. You know, that's really a thing for newborn babies. Part of their education, to say. And he even smiles sometimes. That's so cute. You really have to work for that smile. You know, talking gaga, like, lulu, mama, mama, things like that to make him smile, but it happens every now and then. And I will just show you the cutest video. No coloring, just videos. Are you ready for 200 videos to watch? Wait, I have to, where was it? Maybe. Maybe here. Yeah. Look at that. Smile for mommy. Little peanut. What is mommy doing? Look. Yeah. All right. So where was I? Yeah, smiling. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the days are, changing, not always the same. So it would be, silly to say that we already have a routine. Newborn babies like that, or small babies, don't need to have a routine right now. I would say they eat whenever they want. Sometimes I can nurse him in like 20-30 minutes when he is really hungry and sucks out everything he needs. And sometimes we nurse for 2-3 hours because he is sleeping on me, or he falls asleep during nursing, and I like to let him sleep if he needs to, and if I'm patient enough, or if I feel like I can manage. Sometimes you don't have a choice, you have to hurry up a little bit, but I try to be patient and sit for 2-3 hours if I have to. But especially when in the first weeks, and you have episiotomy, I said it right, when you have that, even sitting is hard. It's not a good thing. Chromium oxide green. And you need to rest, which is quite difficult when you're born. It's like a paradox. You need to rest and sleep and get well, but you have a baby. You can't just put him in a corner for a few hours. And that's where I'm lucky with Z, because he is helping me a lot. And he works from home, so if I need some help, I can just shout. And he comes downstairs. But even this way, it's like a constant game of finding balance. And I found that I like to be in control, as you know, and I don't like if I'm not the one telling me how my day should look like. But of course that's not the case when you have a little baby. And the strategy that helped me accepting this was taking one day at a time, and I'm constantly reminding myself that this is temporary. The baby is fine. The baby doesn't need a routine for now. You just go with her or his needs, and you try to meet them as much as you can. Sometimes you fail, that's okay. You don't have to be perfect. I always have to remind myself of that. And and every day is different. And there, if there is a day where I hardly sleep, or sleep 2-3 hours, I tell myself there will be a day when I can sleep more, or tomorrow will be better. And it usually does. And I usually find some time to record, like now, for example, or to sleep, to do stuff around the house. To color a little bit, not always, but sometimes. And we have a swing, awesome swing in the living room. He loves to sleep in there. and we can observe him from the sofa. We see him, so I can watch some series. Right now I'm watching Downton Abbey and Sons of Anarchy, which isn't the best choice sometimes because the noises aren't the best, so I have to listen to that on a very low volume. Gunshots and stuff like that are waking the baby up, of course, so that's on very low volume. But Downton Abbey, that's okay. And I'm usually doing a DP, or I'm putting away stuff, or just admire my little chipmunk while he's sleeping. That's also a great pastime activity. We put him every day. We put him on his tummy for a little bit, tummy time. I can't wait for him to be up more and to interact with us more, to play with him. I honestly, can't wait. And it's very controversial. On one side, I don't want him to grow, and I want him to stay that cute little bunch of joy. But on the other hand, I just, can't wait to see him evolve and develop. And did you have the same feelings? Did you have the same thought when you had a little child, or if you have right now a baby, or if you are expecting? What are your thoughts, experiences about that? I would really love to know. Hunger some feedback. Okay. Pale sage, still more color. Things that were important before aren't anymore. Becoming a mom really changes you in a good way. I'm so grateful to have this little miracle in our life. He's just the cutest baby. And I will knock on wood, but he is letting me color and record right now. That's really sweet of him as well. But giving birth made me realize, and this may sound weird, but I will explain, made me realize that one day I will die, and everyone dies. And of course I knew that before, but it makes you reevaluate when that little guy appears, and you see yourself in his movements and in his eyes. It makes you realize that there is a much bigger and more important source and mission for you than yourself, and that you are getting older and you are not a child anymore. You have a child, and life goes by really fast, and you have to cherish every moment and be grateful for every day. That's what I'm thinking and feeling right now and thinking about. It's how awesome life is. Even if it's, it's not forever, it makes you cherish the precious moments even more. And you just want to grab and hold on to every second, but it just goes by so fast. You really have your pictures and your memories by the end of the day, because yeah, that's the truth. And you have been waiting for a baby for years, and once he's there, time really flies like crazy. And I find that, my anticipation of time change, like I can sit for 2-3 hours in a chair if I feel up to it, and just do nothing. And by nothing I mean nursing, sitting there watching your little baby, and time has just flown by. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's all I can say to that. Okay. Dark Tolo green, our last color. More darkest color. And writing down things also helps. Making to-do lists, you need that, because with sleep regression and sleep deprivation, your brain forgets things. Just how it works. Dark, it's the same color. And you realize that you now have a little life that you are responsible for, and all your actions, how
It's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in